What's going on Facebook? I'm Ronnie Phillip with the Kingley Group at Keller Williams Realty, coming to you live from the Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with my friend, my mentor, one of my best friends actually. He's impacted my life in such a positive way. John Bonacci.
That's right. What's up? I'm on a Ronnie show. I'm on a Phillip show. I'm excited. Let's do it.
So this is the first time. Me and John are close friends, right? But this is the first time me and John have met in person. Hey, if you're all watching this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So that way you know. That way I know who's watching, and make sure you give us some comments so we can answer your questions. So
can I ask for some, the laugh face, the ha-has?
Yeah, do some ha-ha faces.
We're having a good time. We need the energy from you guys, so bring it.
So we're here at Family Reunion here in Las Vegas. So John, just wanted to show my audience how to become successful in real estate, and then you have your coaching business now. So John sold 80 homes in his first 2 years of real estate. So how did you get started in real estate? Like what caused it?
Awesome. I was actually a fitness trainer.
Okay.
And I absolutely love crawling around the floor, making people sweat, working with them, making them think, working through their mindset. And I realized at some point that I had to stop training in somebody else's gym, and I wanted my own.
Yeah.
I wanted to create leverage. I wanted to create a culture. So I reached out to some real estate agents, and none of them would pick up my phone calls.
Yeah.
So I found a realtor on LinkedIn and said, hey, I want to meet with you. I want my own gym.
Yeah.
And it turned out he was one of the top 10 Keller Williams recruiters in the world.
Wow.
And I wound up walking into a year and a half working with the best mentor that God could have ever blessed me with. So it was an accident. I was in fitness and I was looking for an opportunity to create a culture, and I wound up meeting an incredible leader who changed my life and introduced me to this beautiful industry.
So who is this guy that brought you to the business?
He's probably watching. His name is Vlad Cats. He's probably, I think, the number 3 or number 2 Keller Williams team leader in the world. Recruits like a machine, but he's got a bigger heart than he does phone skills. And if you don't know who he is, I'll pop him in the comments after this. Go check him out. He doesn't care about a big social media brand. He does so much work behind closed doors. It's incredible.
Cool, man. So which market were you in where you closed these 80 homes?
That's right. I was in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Right. Average transaction price about probably $185,000. I was right there where I went to school. I'm a Terp. I'm a Hoya.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Baltimore. So be more. Hope you're watching.
Okay. So your first year, what did it look like to you?
My first year was really kind of basic. My first day walking into real estate, I didn't actually know the difference between buyers and sellers and how the whole real estate transaction went down. All I knew was that if I was consistent, if I was compassionate, and if I was competitive, the game was going to be mine. And I took that mentality into going to people like Vlad and other high producers in the office, and I copied them. Okay. I wrote down what they did on the phone. I wrote down what they did in their buyer and seller presentations. I listened to DVDs and wrote it out in my own language. I'm a New Yorker. I don't use scripts. And I wrote those things down. I showed up every day. I built a scoreboard for myself. I welcomed anybody in the office to come challenge me because I love sports. Yeah. So anytime you can gamify or turn what you're doing into a sport, it helps you create results. And I actually think the combination of having a mentor and just gamifying the shit out of that first year was a big deal in helping me increase my production. Like I said, my first week, I didn't know the difference between buyer and seller. Yeah. After that first year, I was looking at close to 40 transactions.
Wow.
Clearly, it wasn't because I was a genius. Yeah. It was clearly because of some of those other factors. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, copying the model and just learning from other successful people, which is the purpose of why I do this show for y'all. So you can learn, from the top people in the industry. What's up, Chris? My brother just commented.
Getting a lot of love down there. I like that.
So, what exactly did you do your first year? Like, were you prospecting? Were you door knocking? Were you cold calling? Were you business to business?
That first year, all I did was convert buyer sign calls from homes and buyers from the internet.
Okay.
That's it. I didn't build a sphere. My sphere looked at me as a fitness trainer. Me calling them and letting them know I was in real estate was a challenge at first. So I really hyper-focused on joining with a strong team where they had inventory in place, where I can receive people and ask them questions. Because once I'm asking you questions, I'm in control, and then I could actually help you.
Okay. So the second year was the same thing, right? You did?
No. Second year was completely different,
Okay.
actually. Similar result, but completely different. I actually left that strong team that I was with. Ben Kenny today talked about the genius syndrome, so I thought
Yeah.
after the first year I was a genius. So
Yeah.
I left and I created my own team, and we replicated that production,
Yeah.
but it was a completely different learning curve. I hyper-focused on my personal database.
Yeah.
I hyper-focused on lead generation with expired sellers
Yeah.
on the phone. There were a lot of homes on the market that weren't selling. And I was able to create a role for a buyer's agent and an admin assistant on my team.
Yeah.
So as opposed to being the buyer's agent that was flipping leads, I became the creator, right?
Yeah.
The hunter for the team. I went out and I was getting these sellers and these listings to
Yeah.
create marketing from and feed the other people on my team. Similar result, both fun, two different styles. The second year being the way that you really should be doing it once you start to get momentum.
Like being prospecting based. If you're a real estate agent, you're watching this video, let me know how you prospect. Comment below. So first 2 years were successful, but then
Oh, don't bring it up, Ronnie.
so then something else happened. So what happened your third year?
That's right. So I still had that genius syndrome, and I thought, hey, if I could do this in one market, I could do this in any market.
Yeah.
So I moved 3,000 miles away to Los Angeles, and I went from doing 80 deals in 2 years to a big fat goose egg because
Wow.
I didn't honor basic principles of real estate and building your business. I
Yeah.
also completely underestimated the power of my network and my
Yeah.
local sphere.
Yeah.
And I completely overestimated my skill set's ability to transfer marketplaces doing the strategies that had made me successful in one place. So those were some lessons I definitely learned, but it was a blessing because as a result, once you got your back against the wall and your plan's not working out, you become resourceful. Like Tony Robbins says, look, we all got the same resources.
Yeah.
Ronnie's got the same iPhone as the person watching this, as me. We can all make videos. Why does one person have 200,000 YouTube videos? One person has no hits.
Yeah.
Why does one person sell 20 homes? We all have the same resources, but it's about being resourceful. So
Yeah.
I was forced to be resourceful, and I realized that I had more people that I could help them grow their business
Yeah.
than people I could help in a marketplace that I had never lived before and didn't know anybody.
Okay, so you shifted your business into coaching. So how did that start? How did you get inspired to start this coaching company?
You know, it was really it was a byproduct of being a fitness trainer. As I got into real estate, people came to me now for business coaching advice.
Yeah.
And then when I looked around and said, wow, I actually talk to more people a day on my cell phone and on social media who want to pay me for my coaching services
Yeah.
than relationships I have within a mile of me who can afford a $1.5 million home. I was in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
It became clear to me that I had to go with the path that seemed warmer. Just
Yeah.
seemed like there was less resistance, seemed like it was flowing.
Okay. So with your coaching clients, so there's a lot of professionals that watch my videos, not only real estate agents.
Mm-hmm.
What type of coaching do you do?
I'm a sales and influence coach, Ronnie.
Okay.
So what I help people identify are, one, the marketing strategies that they need to use to penetrate their marketplace.
Yeah.
Two, the mindset strategies they need to use so they can be charismatic, confident, and command business subconsciously from other people. And then three, sales organization.
Yeah.
Right? Your approach to how you build your sales pipeline and your sales business has a lot to do with how you organize yourself. So I help executives in real estate, network marketing, local business, really hone in on what are my strategies, what's my mindset, and how do I establish my life and my habits to help me achieve that.
Okay, cool. So if you were to start all over from the beginning, you're broke, everything, how would you start your business again in 2017, today?
If I were to start my business today in 2017,
From scratch.
and right, I'm moving to another marketplace,
Yeah.
just like I did in LA where,
Yeah.
where I had some struggles.
Yeah.
I think one of the most basic things that I certainly would still do is prospect for sellers.
Yeah.
If all else fails, if you have a home to sell, a lot can happen.
Yeah.
So forget if you have a website, business cards, etc., Facebook groups, CRMs, the whole nine. If you can simply call sellers who already have their hands in the air, which are expired and for sale by own sellers, and put their home on the marketplace, so you can give them what they want, which is to move to a new place, and use that piece of inventory to meet your next buyer, make your first Facebook ad campaign, send out your first email blast, hold your first open house. That's a tremendous way to get started. having that inventory goes a long way. So if you're not quite there yet, one, you have to invest in the skills. So go find people who are calling expired for sale by owners, and go learn from them and copy their models. Or two, go to other people in your brokerage. Maybe your brokerage is set up for this, maybe not. Go to them and ask to borrow their inventory that they're trying to sell. So that way you could have a marketing piece. So that way you could have a place to get more buyers. I think so many people go in quickly and they want to go buy buyer leads. Right? Because it's quick money. Oh, if I show a buyer a house, I'm going to get. Yeah, that can happen. But if you want to create a sustainable business for yourself, get focused on that as early as possible in your business, because so many people get away from that once they create momentum or never actually get to it at all.
Okay, cool. And so we're here at Keller Williams Family Reunion, one of the largest real estate conferences in the world. I'm so proud to be a Keller Williams agent and to be part of this movement. What do you want to learn from here at the Family Reunion?
Right, I'm here this week for a couple things. I want to learn about raising my leadership lid. I've stepped out of production now into a role in the Northwest Market Center at KW, where I'm going to be coaching the agents who are coming into our brokerage. So for me, I want to be the best leader and connector and communicator I've ever been. And I realize that that may not be what people are saying on stage. It may be the way that they're carrying themselves, interacting with me, interacting with other people. So for me to identify who those leaders are and to watch them goes a long way for me this week. Okay,
cool. So that wraps up the Ronnie Phillips show. If you're watching this video, if you're still here, give it a thumbs up and make sure to comment if you have any questions for us. Feel free to comment so we can answer everything. So once again, I'm Ronnie Phillip with the Kingley Group at Keller Williams Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Dallas market, make sure you hit me up. I'd love to serve y'all, and hope y'all have a fantastic day. Me and John are about to have a blast here in Las Vegas, so we will see you later.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care.